Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. And with us, we have someone who is ready to throw holy water on Eva, Leslie, and Isaiah at any moment's notice. Always has it in her purse at any time, ready to go. My lovely co-host, Diana.
Okay, it's not just those three. Martin can catch it. Rashad also can get it. Vanessa, Joey, Danny at this point. Bill, low-key the same. Kat,
only if she marries Tomas.
yeah. The list can go on and on. No character is perfect, so I have heat for everyone. Even Mona for taking that dang check.
Well, Mona for trying to hit on Randy. I don't care what anybody says. I still think Mona trying to hook up with Randy.
I think so too. She's just like, you trying to pray with me? Like, damn.
Oh goodness.
Like,
well, yeah, everyone, we are doing our part two. I have to think for a second. We're doing our part 2 of the Chelsea Kidnapping series with Crazy Allison. And this time we're focusing a little bit more on the things going on outside of Chelsea and Allison. We'll do a little clip, we'll do a still, and then we'll do a clip. We're doing episode 120 and 121. So we'll do a still and 120 of Allison and Chelsea, and then we'll do a clip of Allison and Chelsea towards the end. But for right now, we're focusing on what is being done to get Chelsea back because she's been abducted now. So we're starting with the guy who was Allison's, one might say, accomplice or whatever, that she hired to pretend to be her husband, and Kat being the detective because she loves trying to solve things, and working with a pseudo detective named Jacob. So we can go ahead and get into this. Before I click the play button, Diana, did you have anything?
No, let's get started.
All right, sweet, let's do it.
That's him. So how should we play this? Good cop, bad cop?
Or we can just talk to him, see what kind of game he's running.
You're late.
By what? 5 minutes? Thought I was making good time considering DMV traffic.
Let me put you on game. I'm Kat Richardson, sister to Congressman Martin Richardson, granddaughter to Anita and Vernon Dupree. Our family built Fairmont Crest before you were even born.
I know who you are. Social media works both ways.
Good. This is my cousin, Jacob.
Please, join us.
So here's the situation. My cousin, his sister-in-law, Chelsea Hamilton, disappeared tonight.
Yeah, I seen the drama online. That's why I came when you hit me up.
And we appreciate that.
Do we? Because from where I'm sitting, your wife looks very, very sus right now.
Listen, Allison isn't my wife. I was never even her boyfriend.
Don't try to play us.
Kat.
No. I am not buying this good guy act, and I can't believe you are either.
He's not lying. My guy just got back to me about Craig's marriage certificate. There isn't one.
This is getting weird. I don't want any trouble.
You're not going anywhere until you tell us about Allison.
Or what? You're gonna have me arrested?
Sit down.
This is the one moment where I'm like, oh, wow, he almost looks like a cop. Because it's like, I will say, all right, Jacob trying to be all forceful, put the badge on the table, sit down.
Yeah, but then it gets ruined by the fact that Kat did all the talking.
And it's funny that when they start, this Kat is like, so what are we doing? Good cop, bad cop? Like Kat, it would not surprise me, and I'm just throwing this out here, if maybe later down the line that Kat ends up becoming some type of detective part-time, or maybe even full-time. Because I mean, Chelsea, this is the thing. What they could, in writers, you have my permission to use this storyline if you want to. What they could do is Chelsea and Kat could sell ChelseaKat, where they still own part of it, through stock or what have you. Like, let's say one of the larger brands offers to buy it, sort of like what happened with what is that label? Is it Miu Miu? I think Miu, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like they were bought by one of the larger retailers, one of the larger luxury brands or houses. And I feel like it could be like that for ChelseaKat, where a larger house just says, "Oh, you know what, we want to buy it," and then ChelseaKat's like, "Okay," and they end up becoming like the first female whatever in the DMV or something, like worth $100 million or something crazy. But then that doesn't satisfy Kat, and she decides that she wants to become a detective, and she starts taking like the courses and doing everything, studying and whatnot, and later on maybe doing investigations. And I'm just throwing something out here. That would be plausible to me. Like that would be so like, oh, I could see that. I don't know. What about you?
I don't think it's plausible, just because of the fact that's why she wanted to start the podcast, right? Remember when she was talking to Smitty, and Smitty's like, "I'm a journalist. I have like procedures. I have like bylaws to adhere to," and she's like, "Do you?" She's like, "All right, I don't want to do that." So that's the thing, is that, and like, you know, a lot of people want to point out, for what, like, as if this makes a difference, you know, like Kat broke in to Dana Leslie's apartment, right, to find the evidence. So that's the thing. I don't think Kat is a person that will go to many lengths to get what she wants, you know, especially when it comes to like people that she loves or for a sense of justice. So if she actually had to do police work, you know, Homegirl, listen, I love Kat. Everyone knows I love Kat, but Homegirl didn't even wear gloves while she was bringing it into an apartment. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, even Leslie knew that.
Right? Like, even Leslie had her pair of leather gloves. So that's the thing. That's why I think the podcast is a good medium for her, right? That she's gonna start her own like mystery podcast. Will that transfer to real life, right? Like a situation where she's like discovering something, she's like, wait, I have to do this on my own. Like, I think that's very possible, but not within the bounds of, you know, like the Constitution that she has to follow. Like, she can't just break into people's houses, like laws.
Yeah, I think if boundaries are set, meaning she goes through the training and knows exactly what she's allowed to do and what she's not allowed to do, I think she could, for the most part, not all the time, but most of the time, go by the rules.
Maybe. Did you ever watch Psych by any chance? This is going to be a tangent, I'm sorry. But did you ever watch Psych?
I have only seen like 5 minutes of an episode, but I know the show you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's like one of my favorite shows. Like, I'll rewatch that any day. But basically, it's like kind of the same principle. Like, you have these you have a duo who they're acting like as if they're psychic. One of them is only acting like he's psychic, but he's just really smart and really observant because he was trained that way. Mm-hmm. And he just pretends he's a psychic, but to basically bypass having to be a cop, so he doesn't have to like go to school for it. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm thinking Kat's path is. It's just something where, you know, she can cross the yellow line.
Well, I can see that, but she's good at finding the information, just like she found this guy. And now it's a thing of, okay, what information can we get from him? Let me go ahead and go to the other part, which is 2258, I believe. So 2258. Do it. There we go. Perfect.
Look, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a detective with the DC Metro Police.
So what is this? Some kind of setup?
Depends on what you're hiding.
My cousin here gets intense when it comes to family. But Chelsea, she's more than family. She's her best friend.
Damn right.
We just want to find her before something bad happens. Search your heart. If someone you love was missing, what wouldn't you do to help?
Yeah, I get it. So what do you need to know?
You could start with Allison.
The truth? Allison wanted a prize. She paid me to sell this married couple fantasy so that she can do these throuple dates with Chelsea.
So, you were basically Allison's pimp?
It wasn't like that. She thought Chelsea would be more comfortable if there was a guy involved. That's all I know.
When you would hook up, would Allison ever take you back to her place?
Never. Different hotels every time. Almost like she was being careful. But look, since we're being honest, Allison was obsessed. She lived on Chelsea's socials, making up stories and convincing herself they were true.
Did she ever hint at doing something like this?
Nothing specific, but I swear, if she did, I would have stopped it.
Well, how does she even find you? Sorry for coming in hot earlier. I'm being sincere. We're not trying to get you in trouble. We just need to find any information so we can get Chelsea back.
If Allison found you online or through a dating app, her information would be on the database.
Listen, I'm not a pimp, but I do work for a heart-attached escort service.
Joey Armstrong's company?
I don't want to end this, but I need.
And there was the madam for a second right there.
See, I'm going to say something because, again, you always accuse me of being biased, but I remember watching this, right, real time, and thinking, Kat needs to calm down. And I didn't comment on this, the first scene that we showed, where she's like, I am the daughter of Danny. And I'm just like, girl, people just be walking in your house. Like, your name doesn't mean anything. These people run all over you. And especially knowing what we know now, like, you're just giving your liver left and right just because you get,
Wow.
like, we're not standing on business with a Dupree name here because people would be in jail by now. The only thing I can give them is Martin is not in jail. So, I guess it works both ways. Who knows? But yeah, I think like Kat's approach here was terrible. And that's why I'm like, she can never be a good cop.
I have faith in her detective skills and her ability to learn. So that's where I'm at on that. And they got the information. Like he said, hey, I work for Heart Attach. And part of that was Jacob trying to do the empathy thing. So I guess in this, you could say Jacob was the good cop and Kat was the bad cop.
Right. And I think they work well as a pair, which is, funny because he doesn't want that. But, they work because Kat actually does the work and he just kind of comes in at the end and asks and does something. I don't know what he does, but
Yeah, he doesn't know what he does.
No,
Let's go ahead and get to the Bill and Haley part because I thought that was interesting. 23216, because Haley, it's always got to be about her. That works.
I explicitly asked you not to come here.
You didn't ask. You ordered like I'm one of your employees.
That's because I know this family, Haley. I know how they operate, how they'll react.
Oh, because that's what matters right now? God forbid I rankle precious Dupree feelings while your daughter is missing. How dare I show up here to support my husband? What an absolute terrible wife I must be.
Okay, look, I get your point. Okay, but you have to see it from their perspective. They've been through a whole lot recently, and in no small part thanks to us. Look, time heals all wounds, yeah, but not while the feelings are still raw.
I saw you with her. Danny, you were in the living room holding her hand like it was the most natural thing in the world.
We were filming a plea for Chelsea's return.
You are acting like Danny is still your wife. Like what we have never happened. I don't get invited to your daughter's show. You didn't call me to tell me what's going on, and you made it very clear that you don't want me around. How is that supposed to make me feel?
My daughter is missing. You understand that this isn't about us?
Well, I'm making it about us because there's supposed to be an us, Bill. But every time this family snaps their fingers, you just become someone else. Someone who looks at me like I'm an inconvenience.
Haley.
No, I see how hard you work to keep me in their world. But when things get real, really real, you push me away. Every time.
Because I am trying to protect you
I
from them.
don't need your protection. I need my husband to let me be his wife.
You don't make things easy sometimes.
Neither do you. Neither does his family, but I am still here anyway. Someone has to be on your side when you're busy being on everyone else's.
just scared for her, Haley. I'm just so scared.
I will.
This particular part is amazing. It's like, if we only knew then what we know now type energy.
I was like, master manipulation.
Oh boy, when I tell you she is a piece of work. She is just a piece of work. And all of it, because then we believed the sincerity was real. We believed her being there, like, oh, I want to be there for Chelsea. I want to be there for Bill. But really, it isn't about that. It's like, I want to be there to make sure that I still keep my claws in him so I can collect this money.
Okay, well, I don't think I believe that she was there for Bill. I believe that she was insecure and selfish, because it still reads off that way even now, right? Like, at that moment, it's like unbelievable even now, right? I think we just covered Danny's wedding, right, on a previous episode, or not Danny's wedding, the wedding, right? And
Yeah.
this need to make sure that everyone is okay with their marriage and all that, despite all the harm that they did. Like, it's just delusional, right? Bill wanting them all to just move on. It's like, you can't just move on from something like that. So I think even then, if I can remember, I was still like, girl, this is not about you. Again, it's not about you. I don't care what you say. You supporting your husband and all that. Like, you can do it from down the street because you moved into this dang neighborhood. It still doesn't make sense. Like, it makes sense to me in the way that's like she's doing it obviously to manipulate and control Bill and to just always be present. But it's still, at that time, it was still very much like unneeded, unwanted. Like, you're just doing the most.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. All of this, because then when I watched this, I believe she was just a concerned wife. Do I believe there was some manipulation even when I didn't know she was who she was? Yeah, I believe there's a little manipulation there. All people manipulate to a certain degree in a marriage, whether it's the husband or the wife. That's just, people are people. However, I thought it was from a genuine place of, she really wants to be with Bill. She really wants to support Bill. And also, she wants Bill to recognize that they are a couple and not everything revolves around the Duprees. And that's an overall for that. Now, in this moment, in this instance, if I were Bill, I probably would not have been as kind, because you're talking to me about this right now. You can't table this conversation until after I get my daughter back. You want to have this conversation while my daughter is missing? Are you sure you want to have this conversation with me while my daughter is missing? Because it might be a different type of conversation. That's where my energy's at. But the overall, I understand where she was coming from when I thought she was sincere, kind Haley. But again, all of this is pure.
Kind. Well, okay. You know what? You had your impression of her, and I had mine.
Well, kind in the sense of she was doing her best to make amends with people. She was being polite, that type of stuff. That's what I'm saying.
The kind thing, which is what Danny told her, I think literally episode number 1, is you haven't taken enough already. You really had to shove this in my face. You couldn't just go. That would have been the kind thing.
I hear you. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, in the day-to-day with the courtesies and the pleasantries, she was kind.
Okay. Don't be kind to me. I don't know what to expect if you're kind to me.
Okay, I got to get to this still. Let's see, 3553. All right, 3553. So, okay. So with this, Chelsea is still with Allison. Allison tries to kiss Chelsea. Chelsea bites Allison's lip. And then, and at first Chelsea was asking for something to eat, and then Chelsea's like, "You better not be going to sleep because I'm going to make a whole bunch of noise and this and that." And finally, Allison was like, "I'm leaving," and Chelsea's like, "Where are you going? What's happening?" Like right after she bit Alice's lip, and I'm like, "Girl, you just did all this stuff to her, and now when she says she's about to leave you by yourself, you get all scared." Like she's going to leave you to die. And I'm just like, okay. Then Allison says something crazy where it's like, well, if we die together, I give you permission to use my body, basically to feed herself if there isn't any food and stuff. Because she's like, me knowing that I would be nourishing you, it kind of feels good, or some crazy stuff like that, she said. Yeah, this is a different type of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And it works. And it works because you know where you stand with her. There's no gray area here. There's no redemption here. Like, I think she's a very good villain. I know you favor Leslie, but I'm not looking for people to be, I don't know, like emphasized with in a villain. Sometimes you just gotta go ham. Just destroy things left and right. A true proper villain, right? Just like no rhyme, no reason, just pure craziness or pure malice, what have you. So I think she did a really good job of acting.
Yeah, she did. And this gets nastier. But speaking of Leslie, we're about to go to the next episode and fit in 3 right quick, and then we will wrap this on.
This is CBS on Paramount Plus.
Well, actually, hold on. No, Leslie isn't the first one. Martin is. Okay. So give me a second. Waiting for this to do its thing. Is this thing doing it again? Like, it was playing for a second, and then now it's not. It's like, see, this is what happens. Let me just go to 121.
I have to say, you might just need a refresh or something.
Yeah, I'm just like, do this one. Great. Okay.
Can I get?
Let's get to Martin. 1745. Or Martin and Kat, I should say. 1745. Why is it saying 30? Why do I have 1745 and it's 1730? Or maybe I was right. Hold on. 17. Let me do 43. Yeah, I was right. 17.
Meeting with me in exchange for
Information from the escort service that Allison used to trick Chelsea into thinking she was married. They have information we can give the cops. Why are we hitting pause?
It does put you on the fast track to locating her.
I know.
But why does Joey want to meet with you, Martin?
He didn't say?
I was hoping you could tell me. Do you two have some history?
Our paths have crossed from time to time. His casino is a major employer in the district.
But he is dangerous. It does not pay to get close to that guy.
And she won't have to. He wants me.
Oh, thank God. I was so afraid you would say no. Ridiculous of me, but because of your job, this means everything. Really. Thank you, Martin. And when Chelsea finds out what you're doing for her, this is huge.
See how Martin stepped up so quick when he was needed? Soon as he heard that Chelsea needed a favor, he had to talk to Joey, which put his life in danger. He was like, I don't care about my life. I'm stepping up. I'll have the conversation with Joey. See how that works, Diana?
So far, all I've seen is Martin not thinking things through and putting everyone else's life on the line here. Technically, not just him, because everyone had to clean up his messes. Second of all, what did he have? Like, it's not like he was giving up a leg or something to Joey. It was just a conversation. So you need to calm down. Second of all,
he could be giving up his life because all of this is about a favor. Because Joey was like, okay, I'll help you. But when I want something, I'm going to ask you for a favor and you're going to do it. And that favor could cost Martin his life, him being a congressman, because you remember Martin saying that if he wasn't in government, then he wouldn't know about what to do or who he is or what to be. And you know, that made Smitty really mad when he said that. And I'm just saying, so it could affect his entire life, but he was willing to put his entire life or livelihood on the line for Chelsea without even a second thought. He didn't need weeks to think about it. He's like, we're doing it now.
You know, and that's fine and all that he just didn't think things through. And it came back to bite him. And guess who had to clean up for him again, yet again? Kat, when she has to puts her life on the line, it's only her. No one else is leaning on her for this, or she's not affecting other people. But Martin, again, you have just people cleaning up his messes, going up behind him because he makes rash decisions. And Vernon had to sit down with Joey and basically clear his debt. So yeah, I mean, you can be like Martin, and maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that other people will come to your aid and will bail you out. Or you could be like Kat, who has to stand on business by herself and know that this is a decision that she has to make for herself and still go through with the right thing because she's a good person and not a murderer.
You know, I had to mess with you on this as well. Oh. Now, I could say also, because everyone, I was just joking. I have to mess with Diana because it just makes my I could say maybe, and this is just me doing psychoanalysis right quick. This might be one of the reasons why Martin had the reaction to Kat originally that he had about the whole liver thing, because in a moment of crisis in his mind, I'm not saying, you know, this is the case or whatever, and what, because like I said, I even agreed they were dogpiling on Kat, and that was wrong. I'm saying from Martin's mind, where in this situation, he stepped up when needed. He's thinking about this situation and maybe other situations where he stepped up like, okay, if I did it, why couldn't Kat do it? Or why can't Kat do it? And that might have, and maybe because it's sort of like that expectation thing like we were talking about with Vanessa and Deanna. Maybe Martin has this expectation of his sister, like this image in his mind of what Kat is, this perfect image. And when Kat didn't meet that image that he had of her in his mind, and based off of all of the other things and stuff that have happened in the family, where again, maybe he stepped up on multiple occasions and it's like, wait a second, you're Kat, you're my sister, you're the one who steps up like me, and she didn't do it. I could see something being there where he might have come down hard on her for that reason, because he expected so much of her. But that's just me psychoanalyzing.
Yeah, and I mean, she still did it. Again, you can't always, like, Martin's demeanor gets everyone in trouble. So he can keep it.
Let me go home. Okay, let's go ahead, because I'm glad that there was somebody praying for Chelsea. I really want to say that I'm very glad somebody was praying for Chelsea. And we'll go ahead and get that prayer on the record right now.
She belongs. And Tracy, thank you for getting the word out. Love you too. What is this?
A sympathy plant. Now you have to be careful of the spines because a girl's got to protect herself. Oh, we are practically family. There, you are.
Are you out of your mind?
With grief. I mean, we all are just so devastated by the loss of that poor, sweet, sweet...
Chelsea is not lost.
Chelsea, that's her name.
Why don't you let me handle this? Thank you for coming, but I think it's time for you to go.
Our granddaughter is missing. I knew you were depraved, but to use our family crisis...
Okay, now you just wait 1 minute. I am here on a sympathy call. And if anybody understands your heartache, oh, you are looking at her. Are we forgetting how your former son-in-law threatened me when I was pregnant? And Mr. Big and Bad Esquire man, oh, he swore if I didn't leave town, he was gonna snatch my baby.
I thought I heard you. Not tonight.
Oh, looky here. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Listen, I want that girl to come home just as much as anybody. But until she does, I hope you remember what this feels like, and I hope it haunts you, and I hope it plays on repeat. Because I spent years terrified that you and your hellhounds were to come and steal my baby. I was afraid, I had sleepless nights, and I was alone.
This isn't the time, Leslie.
Oh, Lord. I asked for retribution, but not like this. Please bring that poor, precious baby girl home. Home to her trifling, two-faced daddy with all his hate, and
all
just
right,
bring him into the light.
That's enough.
May I?
Oh, be our guest.
May you what? Ow! Unhand me, demon! I am ethereal! Put me down! You know what? You are gonna remember what this feels like.
The way I was cackling in the background while all of this was going on. Oh boy. Lord, when I asked for retribution, this is not what I meant. Please bring that baby girl home to her two-face. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's a trip. I don't like Leslie always be my girl. Leslie always be my girl.
I mean, but look at her talking, and what did she say? She's just like, it came back to haunt you or something like that. Well, I'm sure she was regretting those words in Laura when Eva was in Laura's hospital bed.
Oh, I'm sure she came close to losing her baby.
Yep.
So I'm like, hey, that some could call it karma, some could just say it was a freak accident, but apparently it did change her, and she's turned over a new leaf. Now we'll see how long that lasts after she gets that news from Monica this coming week, or I should say next week, yeah, because when the episodes come back. But this whole scene was so, when I first watched this episode, I was rolling at this whole situation going on here. Then with Bill grabs her, she's like, unhand me, demon.
You know, I think it made for good TV. She is a trip. There's really no other way to describe her.
Yeah, there really isn't. She is a trip all the way around the world and back. Oh boy. All right. Did you have anything else on this thing? I will say Vernon and you know what? Anita didn't check the peephole. That was the other thing. Like, you hear your doorbell ring, and I never do that. I'm checking my Vivid camera either on because I have it on the side of the wall, but also I have it connected to one of my phones as well, where I can check the app and look at my phone. Vivid, cut me a check. Where I can check the app and look at my phone and then see who's at the door. I've never went to the door without knowing who's at the door first.
I mean, for me, it's, do they ever check the door? Like, again, this is just an open door policy on this show. There's no, just any heathens can come through and it will not matter.
Heathens. Oh, you done took me back to Aunt Esther days.
Just saying, this runs in the family. What Leslie's doing, it's been done in her bloodline. So I just think that we need a high. Okay, so I used to say that Martin needed like a new campaign team. That can say, I don't care. Like, I don't care if they're planning on his downfall. I'll contribute. That Joey needs a new team. Honestly, if that man stays choosing turkey sandwich, go with God. Now, the Fairmont Crest need a new security team. Like, okay, I think now I'm ready to be a part of that.
All right. We'll have to get it in the budget.
Like someone patrolling, someone like was there no gate code needed? Like what is going on? I mean there's just a lot of staffing issues that we need to work on. Again, not necessarily new staff, we just need a change of staff.
Well, we're about to work on it. We will be taking over HR in a few weeks. So we'll start interviewing. Okay, what's next? Okay, final scene. All right, so this is Chelsea and Allison. Let's see, what is that? 3047. 3047. 3047. Hold on, I think I went back to. Yeah, I did. 42. Okay, went way too far. Can we just. You know what? Let's just leave it at 42.
You can't possibly be bashful around me. We're soulmates.
You don't have a soul.
I'll either turn away or I'll help you put it on.
Third option, you touch me and I break your neck.
Unintended consequence. If I die, then you die. If something happens to me, then who's gonna unlock your cuffs? You know, a couple of months from now, they will stumble upon our rotten bodies, all trapped and enmeshed. Well, now that I think about it, that doesn't sound like a bad ending. But you'll probably stay alive a lot longer than me, so what will happen to you? Oh, I hereby consent to you committing anthropology on me when we run out of food. Knowing that my body will eventually sustain yours until you die is comfort enough for me. And then we will finally be a part of each other.
I'm hungry.
Well, you should have thought about that before kicking over the table.
Well, you have to feed me to keep me alive, right?
I'm doing everything right.
Yeah, you have to provide the basics to keep me happy.
Happy comes later. I'm going to bed.
I hope you brought some noise-blocking headphones. Top of the line?
Oh my God, how spoiled are you?
Not for me, for you. Because I'm gonna get loud. So I hope your car is comfy, or you buy a hotel room. Because nobody is sleeping here tonight.
Fine.
Wait, where are you going? You can't leave.
Oh, I'm taking myself out to dinner as a celebration for our first night together. And maybe I'll get you a doggy bag if I'm feeling generous.
I hope you choke on it.
Oh, better hope not. Starvation is a nasty way to end. But you're a model, so I'm sure you're used to it.
Bitch.
I don't know why I thought that part was already in the previous scene, but yeah, there we have it on that. That's what I was talking about earlier when she was like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to go," and then she's like, "What do you mean? Where are you going?" I'm like, "Girl, you just antagonized her. She was talking about going to sleep and staying, but then you're doing all this other stuff, and now she's getting ready to leave." So I was like, "Why?" I don't. This whole back and forth with them, like, yeah, it's cute for TV, but at the same time, is it realistic? I'm not quite there. What about you, Diana?
I think this is just really good. This is really good. What do you consider this camp?
To a certain degree, but I do believe this is a little bit more, like you said, gritty than camp. Because camp is supposed to make you laugh a lot. Like it's supposed to be so over the top that it's funny. And this, it's not over the top, but it's definitely like, okay, we're reaching a little bit, but still it's like, okay, well, you have to take her seriously because she's crazy, and it's clear she's crazy.
Yeah, it's very clear, and I think just the dialogue, right? It's even like how she carries away with it. It's like, you know, if we both die, it's gonna be romantic. You feasting off my body and all that. Like, I think
yeah, that's gritty.
It's so twisted in a romantic way, right? Like I truly enjoyed this. So I guess would you say Leslie giving her prayers. I don't know. Like it's entertaining. It really is. But I think this just grips me more, which is why I think Allison still remains as like one of my favorite villains, because there is no backstory with her too. I mean, it's just that what you see is what you get.
That would be interesting, though, to find out exactly where she came from. And I don't think they're done with her character. I do believe she will eventually come back. And just so everyone knows, we're doing the final episode tomorrow, or which would be uploaded on Friday. And this particular situation, I'll call it that, spanned over like 10 or 11 episodes. Chelsea didn't come back in like 2 or 3 episodes. This spanned over 10 or 11 episodes where everybody's like, okay, well, we need to find Chelsea. We need to get to Chelsea and do that. Then after Chelsea got back, it's like, okay, the post-traumatic stress and everything else. So we're looking to definitely cover her return in tomorrow's episode, but wanted to at least give some of the basics in regards to the breakdown of what was happening, her being kidnapped, what was happening while she was with Allison outside of the cabin, and obviously what leads to the capture of Allison as well. And that is the goal, to cover all of that part tomorrow too.
Well, technically, this episode, I was like, this episode's going up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, well, tomorrow is in Fridays, because when they get it, they'll be listening to it on Thursday.
Okay.
So, yeah, because recording it on the Wednesday, uploading it on Thursday, and then we'll record on Thursday and upload on a Friday for that one. Let's figure out what we're doing for Saturday's episode.
Yeah, if anyone has suggestions on what to cover, please let us know.
Yeah, I need to get in the comment section. I've seen quite a few comments and I haven't answered them yet. So I need to make sure I get in the comment section, because I always want to make sure that we at least like and give a heart at minimum, but preferably I do my best to reply back when I can. And then Diana, she does when she can, but I think her management is over the X account.
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Sometimes the community scares me. So I don't know if how much more time I'm gonna have there.
Yeah, the X, it gets real in those streets on X, because when I tell you they be laying into some people, I'm like, wow, let me go ahead and grab Diana's holy water and pour it on me for protection.
Right, just
but all good. Everyone, thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. Things have slowed down a little bit because obviously the show is on repeat this week. So viewership on our end has slowed down a little bit, which is fine. We expect these type of things. And yeah, I'm sure it'll pick back up next week when everything starts up again. That's kind of all I have. We will continue doing what we do during this Mercury retrograde. Lord help us. Diana, did you have anything before we close out?
Nothing for me.
All right. Well, everyone, as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in with us. Until next time.
Bye.